Welcome to Module 5 of our Basic Computer Essentials course. In this module, we'll take a look at the basics of using Microsoft Word. Word is like your digital typewriter that helps you write and format all kinds of documents. We're going to start by learning how to create and save different types of documents. Then we'll check out some of Word's main tools and features so you can write and format your own amazing documents. Let's get started. To begin, go ahead and open up Microsoft Word. If you don't have it already installed, you can find free options through online learning platforms. Once you've got Word open, let's start by talking about the purpose of Word. What kinds of things do you think you can create using Word? That's right, you can use Word to create all kinds of documents for school or work, like letters, reports, resumes, and research materials. And when you're done creating your document, you can use Word to print it out or save it to share with others. Now to get started with creating your first document in Word, click on File in the top left corner, then choose New. You'll now be able to create a blank document or choose from one of these templates. For this example, we'll choose a blank document. Now that we've created our document, let's talk about what the different parts are. Called the overall space where you'll type your text is called the document. When you first open Word, you'll notice there are different parts to the program itself. The main control panel is called the ribbon. The ribbon has all the different tools you might need to write and format your document. Along the bottom, you can see tabs such as Home and Insert. These tabs contain groups of related tools, and over here on the right, you can see specific commands. These are buttons and other tools that you can click to perform an action like changing the font of your text. Alright, let's jump in and start typing. Go ahead and start typing your document. You can type anything you want in this document. Once you finish typing, feel free to pause this video and continue working on your document. Now once you start typing, you might decide you want to make some changes. That's easy to do in Word. You can delete text by using the backspace and delete keys. You can also select text by highlighting the words, sentences, or paragraphs you want to modify. You can use your mouse to highlight by clicking and dragging across the text, or you can use your keyboard by pressing Shift and then the arrow keys to highlight text. To select an entire paragraph, just click on the paragraph. Once text is highlighted, you can make all kinds of changes. Let's start by looking at how to change things. At the character level, this means we're going to change things like the font or color of individual words or letters. To change the font or size of your text, go to the Home tab on the ribbon, then click on the font group. Here you will see a number of different commands you can use to change the look of your text. First is the font size drop-down menu. You can use this to change the size of your text to something larger or smaller. Next, you can see a number of different font styles. When you click on any of these styles, you can make your text bold, italic, or underlined. You can also use the font color command to change the color of your text. Click on this command and then click on this color swatch to bring up the colors menu. Here you can pick almost any color you want for your text. Next, let's look at how to format paragraphs in your document. Paragraph formatting refers to things like aligning your text or changing the spacing. To format your paragraphs, go to the Home tab on the ribbon, then click on the paragraph group. First, you can align your text by using the buttons on the far left. You can align your text to the left, center, right, or justify. That means you can distribute the text evenly along the margins on both sides. Next, you can control the indentation or margins of your text by using the indent group. You can increase or decrease the left and right margins of your text by clicking on these buttons. You can also use the line spacing controls to change the amount of space between each line of text. Now that we know how to change the appearance of our text, let's learn how to organize our ideas using lists. Lists help readers follow your ideas or understand the steps in a process. There are two main types of lists in Word: bullet points and numbered lists. Both are easy to create. Just go to the Home tab on the ribbon, then click on the bullets and numbering group. To create a bulleted list, click on the Create a Bulleted List button. To create a numbered list, click on the Create a Numbered List button. Now you can type your ideas or steps. Notice how the software automatically formats your text as a bulleted or numbered list. Again, you can use the controls we learned earlier to format the text within your list. You now know all the basics of formatting. Let's take a quick look at some efficiency and accuracy tools, if you need to. Move text quickly. You can use the copy, cut, and paste commands. All of these commands live in the Home tab on the ribbon in the Clipboard group. You can press Ctrl+C on your keyboard to copy text. To cut text, you can press Ctrl+X, or if you want to move text, you can press Ctrl+V to paste the text. You can also undo and redo changes in your document. So if you make a mistake, just press Ctrl+Z to undo. If you meant to keep that, you can press Ctrl+Y to redo. These commands are also in the Home tab on the ribbon in the Editing group. Finally, you can use the spell check and grammar check commands to improve the accuracy and professionalism of your writing. You can access both of these in the Review tab on the ribbon in the Proofing group. When you click on spell check, you can see any misspelled words in your document. Just click on the word and the software will offer you suggestions for correction. You can also run grammar check to ensure your writing is grammatically correct. And that's it. Now you know the basics of creating and formatting a document. Now let's try adding visual elements to our document. Images, shapes, and text boxes can help you communicate your ideas more clearly. To insert a picture, click on the Pictures tab on the ribbon. Then choose this picture option. Navigate to where you have your picture saved on your computer and click on the file to insert. Word will place the image in your document. You can move the image around by clicking on it and dragging it to a new location. You can also make the image larger or smaller by clicking on it and dragging the corner handles. You can also insert shapes and text boxes into your document. To do so, go to the Insert tab on the ribbon. Then click on the Shapes drop-down menu to choose from all kinds of different shapes. You can also insert a text box by clicking on this option. Once you've inserted a shape or text box, you can move it around your document and you can also change its color. Finally, let's talk about printing your document. When you finish creating your document, you can print it out using the File tab on the ribbon. Click on Print. Before you send it to the printer, you can preview what it will look like by clicking on this option. To set different printing options like the printer you want to use, the number of pages to print, and the number of copies, you can click on this button. Now you know how to create, format, edit, and print your documents. Congratulations! You've mastered the basics of Microsoft Word. With these tools, you can take your writing from plain text to polished professional documents. Mastering Word means mastering one of the most important digital skills for work, study, and personal use. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time.